Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the vlog. My name is Vic. Welcome to the channel on YouTube. Today we have a pretty cool product to take a look at. By the way, this isn't sponsored. I bought this with my own money because I'm kind of a bit of a fan of the whole Google Home stuff. We've got a couple of Google Home mini speakers around the house. They're really good for turning on and off the lights and all that kind of stuff and finding out how long it's going to take to get to work or a destination with traffic. So today we have the Google Home Hub, which is officially titled, it's a smart display. So not only can you hear stuff because it's a speaker, you can see all the different stuff. So apparently you can watch YouTube videos on this, you can see what's going on in the weather, you can see maps, you can ask it to show photographs, you can do a whole lot of stuff. And of course, if you've got a Google account, then it all kind of ties in with this. So let's get this bad boy unboxed. Let's see how it sounds, let's see how it looks, let's see how the setup is. Is it a pain in the neck? Is it straightforward? Anyway, let's get to it. Setting up the Google Home Hub here, I've got an existing number of Chromecasts and mini speakers around the house. So the setup should be straightforward, and it was straightforward. I mean, it takes about 4 to 5 minutes to get going. The only issue that I had is that some of the lights, some of the Hue lights, particularly the new play bars that were reviewed on a previous vlog, they didn't show up. And the only way I could get them to show up was to resync the whole lot. Now that pain in the neck, but there was no clear way of identifying the problem, and it was just through process of elimination. I said, okay, let's resync the settings. So completely removed all the Hue stuff from the Google Home network, as it were, and then resynced, and then lo and behold, everything was there. Now, how does it sound? I know it's kind of hard to judge it when it's on a camera, but it is a nice warm sound. You have some bass and treble options as well that you can set in the actual app itself. You know, this probably isn't going to be your main listening device, but if you've got it in an office or a bedroom, it's going to be completely perfect for that. The display itself is really, really bright. They've got this ambilight sensor on it. So when you turn off the lights, the display dims, and it'll go to like the screensaver option, which can be a clock, or you can set it to photographs or whatever you want. And then eventually, if there's no light after a couple of seconds, it dims down completely to just whatever clock face you set. And there's a different bunch of clock faces if you want to use them. The display itself is really clear. It's really bright. It's a 7-inch touchscreen display, so you can touch whatever the hell you want. And it just really works. YouTube videos, if you're looking at something, you know, from a video perspective, it's really clear, it's crisp, as I said, and I think for the size of it, you know, it's smaller than, say, in comparison to an iPad mini, but it is a 7-inch touchscreen display, and you know, you're not going to read it from a mile away, but if you have it kind of in an office on your desk, or if you have it in your bedroom, or maybe in the kitchen where you're doing some cooking and you're just like, go and get me some recipes, Google, then it's going to work really, really, really well. What can you do with it? It's certainly a case of what can't you do with the Google Home Hub or with any of the Google kind of home speakers, because they work with over 200 products. So for example, you do the Philips Hue lights, you can run YouTube videos, you can just tell it to play a YouTube video like this. Play Vic Barry vlogs on YouTube.
Sure, here's Vic Barry Vlogs on YouTube.
Of course, you can connect your Spotify account so you can get it to play stuff on Spotify. Or if you're a Google Photos user, which I am, literally every photograph I have is stored on Google Photos. I created an album within Google Photos specifically for this. So I think it's called Home Hub album. And I basically, any images I want to put like 100 images in there, and they're constantly kind of cycling through as the hub is on my desk. I gotta say, I really like it. It's neat, it's compact. The camera, there is no camera in it. I know if you look at some of the Alexa units, there is a camera. There's other smart displays out there that also use Google Assistant. They have a camera in it. People are always concerned about privacy. I think if you're signed up for any service, your privacy is always in question anyway. It is nice knowing that there is no camera there, and they easily could have put in a camera, but Google's attitude is, oh, you know, we do people privacy and we didn't want to be spying on people in bed. Not that they spy on anybody, of course, but you know what I'm saying. So that's a nice little touch that there is no, it's peace of mind, I guess, basically, for lots of people who would be concerned about their privacy. But overall, I am really, really liking it. I mean, you get back what you put into it. For me, it's predominantly turning lights on and off. I will just shout at it for Spotify. I'll shout at it for YouTube videos. And of course, you know, you don't have to watch a video on the smart display. You can just stick it onto a Chromecast. You can just say play, you know, whatever video on whatever TV that you've got your Chromecast. So overall, I think for me, this is a huge thumbs up. It's neat, it's compact. Price point, it's like 160 euros, something like that, and whatever that is in dollars. I think if they could drop the price point a little bit more, they would get a better penetration with it. But other than that, I mean, I love it. Genuinely, it's a great piece of tech. It's like my early holiday present to myself, and I'm just staring at it there, and it's worked flawlessly since I plugged it in today without a glitch. So yeah, I mean, if you're thinking of getting one of these, this is probably a very good start, because, you know, when you have a speaker, you're really kind of just reliant on the app because it's just a small speaker that you're talking to, or maybe you have the bigger one. But either way, it's just something that when you have a touch screen, it does get you into this whole kind of smart home Internet of Things thing really easily, because you can touch. You're not solely reliant on the phone like you are with the speaker, and it's just a friendlier experience as opposed to screaming at just the speaker. Now you can scream at the screen. So yeah, for me, it is a huge thumbs up. And yeah, let me know if you've got one, if you're thinking of getting one. If you've got any questions, then stick them in the comments below. There's a ton of things that you can do with all of this. So yeah, let me know how you get on with it. My name is Vic. Thank you so much for watching. Don't subscribe if you don't want to subscribe. The subscribe button is there, by the way. If you got some value out of this video, if you got a kick out of it, then that would be awesome. Hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next episode of the vlog. And this is the brand new studio space, which we're going to be doing a studio tour of kind of soon. This is one of the last pieces to go in, and because we've got a little bit of distance now on the camera, it's like it's always far away to punch it. So anyway, don't stop fighting for yourself.